What's going on YouTube? It's the Paydirt Pioneer coming back at you with another Paydirt review. We're continuing on with our 12 Paydirts of Christmas. We are officially over halfway through, and today we're looking at some Kenai Gold Paydirt. It's Alaskan Paydirt. As you can see, it's very shiny. Whenever I have something very shiny, you're not really getting a good view on it from this camera, unfortunately, so I apologize about that. Nice gold colored bag. You have a little sticker up on the front. We're doing this for the 7th day because 7th is 7 swans a-swimming, and believe it or not, the majority of swans, I guess, live in Alaska. At least that's what I found online, and that's how I made this connection. So we're going to roll with that for this video at least. To learn a little bit more about this Paydirt before we get dug into it, let's take a look at the description. So as you can see, pretty basic description, nothing special. I've heard really mixed things about this. I'm kind of excited to do it for myself and get my own grade on it. I do really like the packaging. Everything feels really secure, so I'm excited to get dug into it and see how much gold we're going to be recovering. Let's make sure we don't lose any pay dirt if it springs open on us. Ooh, very dark, which was similar to the Alaskan stuff that I did from Golden Nugget sales. Obviously, it's not a huge bag. We're doing a smaller sample bag. Let's get this classified down, though, and see how much material we're going to be working with today. Alright, and welcome back. So as you can see, we got everything classified down. We ran our magnet through it, found predictably a lot of black sand, so it was very dark material. Alaskan material is known to be pretty heavy and magnetic, so no surprises there. We got our biggest material here. I didn't decide to use my biggest classifier. I just used my kitchen strainer just because there's not a whole lot of material. I'll make sure to wash that off, though, so we will have some wash off along with our magnetics, which I'll get to in just a minute. From there, we have our 10 to 20 mesh. Not a whole lot of material there. I didn't run the magnet through it just because there's not a whole lot there. I didn't really feel the need to. After that, we have our 20 to 30 mesh. I did run the magnet through this and pick up some of the magnetics out of it already. A decent amount of material there. Excited to dig into that. And then we have our smallest material, our minus 30 and below. Did run the magnet obviously through that a couple of times. And altogether, that pulled out a good deal of magnetics. There's a lot of heavies in this material. It's probably going to take a little bit to go through, some smaller pan sizes, which is fine. It might just be a slightly longer video, so I apologize in advance if that is not what you want. In the meantime, though, let's get this panning, and let's see how much gold we're going to recover from the Kenai Gold Alaskan Paydirt.
Before we continue with the video, I just wanted to ask that if you enjoy the content you're seeing, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and if you want to support the channel financially, feel free to join the Patreon. We have a couple of big exciting things to do as we start to grow this channel and grow this community. Now, back to the video.
Kenai sampler gold Paydirt. The total cost I did buy it off of Amazon was $24.99. There was no shipping with that. That gives you a total investment of $24.99 for your grams recovered. Let's give a quick refresh, make sure gold's up to date, back over $2,000 an ounce, which is good. And at the same price, total amount of gold back 0.134 grams gives us a gold value of $8.68 or an RI at 34.75 or an RI score of 3.475 out of 10. Let's do our SPDD score. Shipping, I got it through Amazon. It came quick, no problems there. Packaging was kind of plain, but it was wrapped up in a nice little coffee bag. We'll give it a 1.5. No damage, so we're all good on that front. And then for the description, nothing great, nothing bad. I'll give it about a 1. In terms of difficulty of this Paydirt, once you got that black sand out, it was pretty easy to get through. He does say that this is, actual Paydirt. I kind of struggled to find that. It was very sandy, but it was darker, so I mean, it did have that, authentic Alaskan feel to it. For difficulty, again, once you got that Paydirt out, it was pretty, cut and dry. I'll give it a 2.5 out of 5. For variety of Paydirt, most of your Paydirt was in the smaller material, but you surprisingly didn't find as much gold in the smaller material. So variety is going to be brought down a little bit to just a 2 out of 5. For gold type, again, similar story. It's going to get a 2 because you have all the smaller material, but you didn't find a lot of finds. It was more bigger gold that they just put in. And then in terms of value for the gold, for the Paydirt as a whole, obviously the ROI isn't that great. The bag as a whole wasn't really that great. It is authentic though, which is nice. I'll give it a 2.5. I'll give it a right down the middle, but nothing crazy. And as you can see, that gives us a total score then 48.15, giving the Kenai sampler gold Paydirt. Unfortunately, snake oil, and it is on Sand as naughty less this year. It's a very basic bag. The ROI isn't great. It's a $25 bag of Paydirt. It's what you expect. I didn't feel like I found any gold that wasn't put in there. It was all stamped down, that kind of stuff. So nothing that I would personally recommend. But I'll be on to the next one. Not horrible, if it's something you really wanted to try or you really wanted Alaskan Paydirt for whatever reason, they're a cheap way to do that. But that's all I have for you guys today. I've been the Paydirt Pioneer. Keep on prospecting, and please don't be buying your snake oil Paydirt.